Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the inaugural broadcast of my channel, Around Kentucky. And this channel will be dedicated to looking at some of the sites here in Kentucky, focusing and emphasizing on the historical sites. And also we'll be looking at some of the fairs and festivals. They have a lot of them here in Kentucky. One of my favorite is the Watermelon Festival in Brownstown, Indiana. And we'll also be looking at current events as they come up here in Kentucky. And a little bit about myself. My name is James, and I was a journalist at Vincennes University in 1975. And which time after that, I went in the Navy and was in the Navy 20 years as an electronics technician, taking care of radars and communications equipment. And after that, I installed printing presses and got to see another third of the world. And so I have a lot of insights into some of the locations around the world. I took a lot of 35 millimeter photographs, and I have quite a reservoir of photographs. I shot with a Nikkormat FTN all-manual camera, for those that are familiar with that type of thing. And so I've kept a good reservoir of slides and negatives and prints of that time, spanning over 20, 30 years. And as the channel progresses, I'll be showing some of those photographs, and I think you'll be quite interested to see some of the things that kind of off the beaten path, instead of just the normal pictures of Buckingham Palace. I've got a couple of pictures there of some of the horses at the stables just adjacent to the Buckingham Palace. So we'll be showing some of those. And to kick off this channel, I've decided to read a piece of poetry. Debatable whether this poem was written by Max Ehrmann in 1927. Max Ehrmann claimed to have found this in a cave in the Southwest in the United States, although there's been some debate about whether it was written by Max. The story changed over the years, and in the 1970s, they actually made a song out of it, but this poem is in its entirety, and the song hits on the highlights of that piece of poetry. But I thought it was pretty interesting, this piece of poetry, so I thought I would read it to you today to kick off my channel. And so let's begin with Desiderata. Go placidly among the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, and without surrender, be in good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and ignorant, for they too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself to others, you may become sad, vain, or bitter, for always there will be greater or lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery, but let not this blind you to the virtue that is. May persons strive for high ideals, for everywhere there is heroism. Be yourself and do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit. And if you are in a sudden misfortune, do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond wholesome discipline, be kind to yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you perceive him to be, and whatever your labor in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all the sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Strive to be happy. And that's Desiderata by Max Ehrmann. We'll give him credit for it, although not so sure that he was the author, and it's debatable. He even himself is debatable whether who the actual author is of that, but I thought it was pretty good. So I will leave you with my poetry, my short bit of poetry of lessons of life, and I will leave you with this. Remember, it is all practice for the game you never play. For everything you do, the first time is always a practice. So it's all practice. So don't worry, get out there and see a little bit of Kentucky. And I hope you enjoy what we're going to show you here of the Bluegrass State. And if you need to get a hold of me for any reason, or you have an idea or a suggestion of some place that you'd like me to visit, and I'd gladly come and document it for you. And you can reach me at jamesrvaughn77 at outlook.com. jamesrvaughn77 at outlook.com. Well, thank you for taking the time to listen to my channel here, and glad to have you here for my inaugural broadcast. And the next video we'll try to post as often as we can get out there and see some sights. And the next video will include a bridge that I found in central Kentucky, one of the many covered bridges they have in Kentucky here. There are still a lot of covered bridges that they're not being used, but they're still there and preserved, and some of them in the exact original condition. And so we'll be seeing a lot of that as well. So thank you, and God bless you, and thank you for coming to my channel. Have a great day.